A new rumor suggests that the Walt Disney Company might have delayed Tiana's Bayou Adventure's release until Juneteenth. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is Mr. Vash Sky. Vash, you have your you have your degree in theme parkeology. Have you heard about this destruction of Splash Mountain and replacing it with Tiana's Bayou Adventure?
I may have heard a rumor about that, but not confirmed as far as I know. Oh, wait, yes, I remember. Yeah, it was a nightmare that I thought I had, and well, it's actually come true.
Yeah, we're big Splash Mountain fans here on this channel. Of course, we're not alone in that. There are a lot of people, when surveys are sent out, that say that Splash Mountain was their favorite attraction at at an Orlando theme park. So there in the theme park center of the entire world, that Splash Mountain was the most popular attraction there. I think that says something about the popularity of the attraction. Of course, Walt Disney has this problem right now. Disney Parks has this problem right now of tearing down rides and replacing them with other rides instead of increasing capacity. But here we are. We do have a little bit of an update on TBA, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Vash, I think you have an article talking about the most recent update to the attraction.
Oh, well, I do have a little bit here to show on my end anyway. This was the proposed lighting package that they revealed at the last D23 Expo in 2022. Interestingly enough, you can kind of see how it was going to look in the daylight right here. Some things have changed, but for the most part, it is pretty much like that. And you can see the lighting package that they were showing off at this specific event right here. But I think you, Jonas, you're the one that has the most up-to-date photos of this.
That's right. Of course, you notice in that one that there's blue water there in the concept art. And in this one, here out of WDW Magic, Glimmering Bayou, Disney World begins lighting tests at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This over there looks like it's been posted by, hey, where's the author on this? It's WDW Magic staff. Lighting tests have been underway over the last week at Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, giving guests a first look at the new attraction after dark. This is the funny thing about putting up walls, but of course there's bridges and things around here. You can't really cover up an entire mountain, although they do make the mountain look a little shorter than they once did. A tiara topped Tiana's food tower. It's bathed in a deep orange glow from the support platform. I'm hoping, are they going to put some lights on this tiara here? Come on. If you're going to put a tiara on the tower, which is weird, I'm just going to say it's a little weird. They at least need to light that thing up. I'm hoping they're not done there.
They do show lights on the tiara, at least a little bit in the concept art. So maybe that's still coming. Who knows?
That's a very good point. Although that's just spotlighting. I think Disney can do better there.
Think so.
These are here we are, a little bit closer to the lift hill here. It looks like they've got a sign right there. It's a bluish purplish light here. Yeah, this is obviously some interaction with orange and teal. Kind of reminds me of Pandora. That's not a bad attraction to be compared to, of course, but I'm not seeing a lot here that really impresses me, except for this main photo right here. That's better than the brown water that we've been talking about during the daytime. I don't know that they can do anything about the daytime, but here at night, it does seem to be the time that you would want to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure. What do you think, Vash?
I would think you're correct. The daytime photos of this, we've talked about them before on this show. They just don't look that strong, unfortunately. But when you see an image like this or an image like Blog Mickey provided, you look and you go, it actually looks pretty decent right here. I'll have to see how this looks in person, obviously, because these things can change so wildly. Between digital photographs, obviously, long exposures that can take in as much light as possible, and how these things actually translate in the day. But I like the mixture of colors. At least in the former concept art, they showed a lot of blue, and yeah, I really did evoke those kind of Pandora vibes right there. I like how they mixed it up with a little bit more color included in these in this package that we're seeing right here.
Yeah.
There's. Oh, go ahead.
The issue that I have here is, of course, once you get above the blue, you get to just regular evening spotlighting. that goes on at a theme park. So you have magic, 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 and then normal colored trees. So it's a little strange to me. I don't think this doesn't look complete. Of course, it is just testing. Maybe they're not done. Like I said, maybe they're going to finish the lighting on the tiara in order to make that thing sparkle and make it look magical. But of course, they are rushing a little bit, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're delaying it. In fact, we had heard that they wanted to get this thing up by Memorial Day. In fact, when they did the shareholders call, we were kind of surprised that they didn't just go ahead and announce that they were going to open this thing up on Memorial Day. But according to some rumors that we're seeing, and by the way, we're going to give our take on this because we do have additional sources. Opening of Splash Mountain, TBA, was delayed to coincide with Juneteenth. Media has already received invites. We should hear soon from Disney. Well, this is somewhat true. The media has already received invites. There is no specific notation to say that it's going to be Juneteenth, which is June 19th. They're saying that the media has received invites to a June 9th through 11th media event, which we're not sure if that includes influencers. It probably does, because at this point, that's who Disney considers to be the media. They get more mileage out of handing it over to the bloggers and the vloggers than they do out of putting it in, say, like the Orlando Sentinel or something like that.
Fair point.
But yes, we are hearing that they're going to be up and running in time for Juneteenth. This would put cast member previews in there and then public opening on Juneteenth, which I think that would inextricably tie this ride to racial themes. Of course, at the Walt Disney Company. By the way, Blog Mickey is one of those sites that confirmed that there are June previews. But let's take a little trip down memory lane here. Here, there's a post by Disney Animation. This Juneteenth, Disney Plus partnered with powerful Black artists to reflect on and celebrate the humanity of Black lives through the lens of their Disney-inspired creations. # Black History Always. Princess Tiana by Nicholas Smith. A great little portrait here. Well, it's a portrait of Tiana holding a portrait. And this is her father. Of course, that character and Eudora. Her mom, this character being played by Terrence Howard. I think her mom was played by Oprah Winfrey. This one is on June 19th of 2021. And of course, the same year, that same poster, that same picture being posted. Juneteenth, we partner with 2 Black artists to reflect on and celebrate the humanity of Black lives through the lens of their Disney-inspired creations. This one over here, they're including Proud Family Louder and Prouder, which is an affront to all people of the world. If you want more reasons on why that is, there's a video on the Everything Woke channel going over the Proud Family Louder and Prouder. So Disney does have a history of specifically celebrating Black voices, and obviously Tiana is their most prominent Black princess character here. So it does make sense that they would want to use Juneteenth as the day to premiere this attraction. Vash, what do you think here? Is this going to be a strategy that works well for them?
I don't like it. I'll put it that way. As probably as politically correct as I possibly can. And the reason why I don't is because this is obviously a day that should be celebrated nationwide, but especially amongst a certain community because it affected them the most. You attempting to market this attraction on that day, I don't know, feels a little gross. Does it to you, Jonas?
It does to me. The celebration of the official end of slavery in the Western world is amazing, and it's awesome. And if Disney opened an attraction on July 4th, I wouldn't feel like that's strange. Of course, July 4th has a 200-year history. Juneteenth is a little bit newer. It's a little bit more charged because it's kind of come into the consciousness about the same time that things were getting really hot in America. In fact, most people are relatively unaware or were relatively unaware of Juneteenth until the Summer of Love. So there is this aspect of this is the problem that I've seen, and I love that Western civilization came together and eradicated slavery. And it was a horrible blot, and it was an awful thing. This country was founded in a way that it still allowed for it, and that needed to be wiped out as soon as possible. And we fought a civil war to get rid of it. In fact, most of Western civilization fought to get rid of slavery globally. So it's great that we can all agree that this is something that we will never do again. But the way that I'm seeing a lot of Juneteenth celebrations is there'll be these people who come in and sponsor Juneteenth events, but they'll also add political ideology on top of it. For some reason, they'll take Black history and try to associate it with LGBT stuff, which is, I'll say that's strange. And I'm going to say a word that's not going to make YouTube very happy. It's a little Marxist here to try to co-opt someone else's oppression in order to strengthen other movements there. So the idea that the Disney company would be so myopic that they say, no, this is what we're going to do. There's a problem there. There's probably going to be a larger video. If Disney decides to do this, there's probably going to be a longer non-standard video on this channel talking about the history of this ride in particular, the history that they have attached to this ride with Avery Island, and why they've chosen to do something so inflammatory as well as destroying a beloved attraction. And we're going to save that for another time. Vash, do you have anything to say that you can save me from continuing down this path before I get myself into trouble?
Well, I don't know if I can necessarily save you, but I'll try.
There's no saving me.
We will try. We'll go down the river together. Look, this is already an attraction dealing with aspects of slavery when it comes to, Avery Island and obviously those implications. Attempt to associate it more down that route, it just doesn't feel like that's the best route to actually go here. I understand what the argument might be from that side of the equation. I get it. I can see where you're going there, but I don't know. And do you really want to necessarily, in years' time, whether it be 10 years, 15 years, whatever, associated in this manner? I mean, previously, Splash Mountain opened on the day Disneyland opened in 1955 and July 17th. So July 17th, 1989. Sounds good, is good. Doing it in this way, I don't know. It feels a little gross. Like you said, Jonas, and like you've so eloquently said this entire video, actually, there are ways to virtue signal. Maybe don't choose this path for your next newest attraction in this way right here. We'll have to see when this thing opens. Like I said, it's getting better. Those audio animatronics look very, very good. The lighting package is looking a lot better than even what was highlighted at D23 Expo 2022. And remember, they were very proud of that, and also the Bayou mist. We haven't seen much mist, interestingly enough. So it's going in a positive direction. We'll see what happens.
Right.
I guess
we'll have to see how that mist and the animatronics, whether or not those two mix well together. That being said, we are hearing that they are scrambling to get as much of this ride together for that June 19th-ish date, and we're hearing also that maybe the ride is not going to be ready, and they're going to use this holiday as an excuse to shield themselves from criticism so that they can eventually get the ride up to where it is supposed to be. We do have a history of this company opening attractions early, or opening, say, like Toontown early, and then working for yet another year in order to get it to where it was originally announced that it was going to be.
So I can't wait until the people levy criticism and the response be, well, it's not done yet. It's not finished. We're still getting stuff in. Well, I'm sure that line's going to last for at least a year there.
And then the accusations will be flying that, how dare you criticize this on this day of all days? How dare you, sir? But that being said, we want to throw this to our commenters. What do you think about this? First of all, what do you think about the lighting? And second of all, what do you think about the rumor that they're thinking about opening this up on Juneteenth? Or maybe this is a trial balloon that they're hoping to find out beforehand what everyone thinks about this. I kind of hope they don't, but if they do, well, then we're going to be here to report on all of the history of this ride and all that story and research that went into Tiana's Bayou adventure. Of course, like this video if you like this video, and consider subscribing to That Park Plays for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.